Okay, next question. Where is this business going towards? Let's say the future. You know, like where is your business? Where the business of entrepreneurship and restaurateurs? Where's the future?
I think serving good food at accessible prices would always be. It's not a trend.
It's not a trend.
It's not a trend. It's something that is sustainable, meaning that's something that you always have to have in mind about giving people the best value for money, feeling that
value.
Like if I pay 500 pesos, you're like, I should have paid more.
Yes.
That's what
you want to give them like, I'm coming back.
Most of the time, because the feeling is like, oh man, I got ripped off that.
Yeah. It's like,
that's the first thing that you have to get rid of is like getting them to say like, wow, I had a good meal and I think I paid less.
And I'm coming back.
And I'm coming back.
And I'm gonna take my friends.
So it's about
like
that. It's about that.
Yeah.
If as far as trends are concerned, I'm not following trends. We kind of set trends.
Got it. Wow.
Right?
Set trends.
Right? We really want to set trends rather than be followers. Like I said, there's two things: followers or leaders. We want to lead people on what the trend would be.
Got it.
So as far as being able to say that affordable food that's really good, that's done with the heart, that's done with love is kind of like.
So you really have to put the love in the heart, because if I notice people like who aren't really passionate or don't love the food doesn't taste good as.
I don't cook, but if I cook, if I'm stressed,
that egg is so good.
If I'm stressed, it comes out bad, and if I'm not stressed, and if I'm prepared and I do my mise en place and all preparations, it comes out.
The psychology, even if the staff isn't happy, I realize. I feel like the food doesn't taste as good because it wasn't made with love.
Yeah.
That's why the best food is made with love, especially your mom makes your own food.
That's one of the hard things also, is not only running a restaurant, but also managing the expectations of every single employee that you have.
Got it.
Like for example, in Todd English Food, 100 staff right away.
100
That's
staff.
100 people expectations, 100 different heads.
Relationships.
100 different relationships.
100 relationships with each other.
Exactly. And that's one of the things that we were having difficulties with, is that, managing those expectations and people leaving, people not being happy. But when we started, we were happy that we were able to retain a lot of the staff because they really felt that they were proud.
Because it's family.
They were proud of working at Todd English. Once they graduated, like, I worked in Todd English,
Because I remember, I think I was out of town. Russ texted you and he said they had the best service. Yeah. You want people to say that about you.
That's really.
It was on point.
In fact, even if my staff leaves me, I want the other people, when they hire them, they're like, oh, they come from Todd English, I want to hire them right away.
It's a stamp. It's a stamp.
That's like a guarantee.
So
that's what we want.
So where did you learn that from? That wasn't really something that people, especially here, people think that, oh, waiter lang yan or staff bar. Where do you learn that from?
I think the training from my dad, plus the fact that I studied in, being in the States for a while, being able to merge those two cultures. I also was living in Kuala Lumpur for a while, so that also added, I would find that priceless.
So traveling for you kind of gave you a better...
Priceless. That's for me priceless. Like my experiences overseas combined with what I know and kind of like bringing them all together. Like a lot of people come from the States, bring it. It's not, you can't exactly copy paste it. You can't exactly copy paste it. It's not like that. Like, because in the States they're doing it like this, you do it here. It's not exactly like that.
So you kind of have to localize it.
Built for what's in the Philippines also, and having to find that balance, right?
Got it. So I know you're doing this new concept because I saw posts you did. What is this concept? Tell me about it. What's going on? I've never seen this come from you, especially the show.
The ultimate. Also, we're doing a project with our awesome planet Anton Diaz. So he's been doing ultimate taste test with for the past 8 years.
I saw. He used to be in the kitchen.
8 years. So he's kind of like giving. After they do a food taste, so Malagos Chocolate was a previous winner. Carmen's Best was a previous winner. Bayani Brew of the Gawad Kalinga was a previous winner. So what they do is help marketing approach through our awesome.
Kind of like a Shark Tank for food.
Yeah. So what we did was we told Anton like, okay, we're coming in. We want to do this pro edition where we invest into the winners.
Got it. So you're looking at like funding them.
Yeah. So basically, what we have is like for the homegrown businesses that we're doing kind of like chocolate cakes at home that want to make it into a business, or let's say a person that has one store but doesn't know how to make it 5, or someone that even has 5 stores that want to make it 15 or 50. Right, that's where we come.
The expertise comes
kind of like where we always scoured the globe for brands. Right, in this opportunity, it comes to us.
Got it.
But also, we're looking at this as an avenue for entrepreneurship.
Okay.
Really, it's like giving an opportunity for people that have talent and like what they do and think that they can do this as a viable business,
Yeah.
to come to us.
Yeah.
There's like Shark Tank, they have it kind of like for the whole range of any type of investment. For
Got
us,
it.
it's more focused on food.
Have you seen the concepts yet, or is this still in?
So we have the previous winners that are coming in.
Yeah.
So previous winners like Carmen's Bev, Malagos Chocolate, Pepitas
So
Lechon.
who are you attracting? So if you're an entrepreneur and you're in food,
Yes, food.
Food. So
So,
what type
if
of
you're someone that does hamon at home and sell it
like-
during Christmas, you can
Banana
come-
Q or whatever.
Yeah, banana Q or whatever. The best banana Q, the best sisig, the best. If you think you have
Best
the
of the
best,
best.
lying or the best whatever
Yeah.
that you're selling and actually or think that you can sell,
Yeah.
you can apply and then you kind of like will do a
Taste
taste,
test.
test. And then we'll choose the winners.
Yeah.
The winners will now present that in a mall format. So we're
So-
building a stadium
Yeah.
for all these winners to sell their product in a mall setting.
and what do you take care of? Systems, waiter,
So
everything.
we set up everything and then they sell, and then so we see it at the mall environment whether they do well or not,
you-
and then the winner we will invest in. So Ayala is giving kind of like a space with 6-month free rental.
Wow,
And
free
then-
rent. Yeah, that's a great
know,
great deal. Rent is expensive.
So it's gonna rental. So things that would help you take it to another level.
Yeah.
So an investment from us and guidance from us. Kind of like Globe is also coming in to kind of like support as far as like setting up a business package where you have
Like a business bundle.
a bundle.
Because you need the internet. You need like
Yeah, so it's a
communications
different
account.
it's a different requirement now. And then Anton Diaz is coming into as the marketing support. So hopefully with all those positive things towards a single brand, we
Yeah.
can take that into the next level.
And you're choosing one concept.
We actually have 4 winners.
4 winners.
So we'll
Okay.
have 4 winners.
So this is
And
like a
then
food
we're-
court style or a full-on restaurant.
No, so depending on who the winner is,
Oh,
it
so
could
it
be
could be-
a food court.
it could be cookie- could
so
be
that's
cookies, it
why
could
that's
be
why for
whatever.
us, we said that we will choose the space after the winner because we don't know what it is.
We-
Baka it's a kiosk format, baka it's a food court format, or it could be a small inline, a casual dining, or a high end. Could be.
Yeah. So going to the future, I know Eric basically launched his brand Foodie Concepts, Global Concepts.
Yeah, Foodie Global Concepts.
Yeah. How many concepts do you have now under it?
Currently, we have 18 concepts.
18.
We-
18. This is 2 years ago. 3 years ago.
This year we will close with 200 doors. So we consolidated all the brands already into Foodie Global
Got it.
Concept.
So empire building.
As a whole, we will be 200 doors by end of the
good.
year, hopefully.
Cool. So what is the future of Foodie Concept? What do you see in 10 years from now? Where are we 10 years from now?
So we will still continue to be giving good food at affordable
Will you
rates.
still be here hustling and looking at the thing?
I hope. It's for me. I said that if I would retire, my retirement would be. I mean, I'm too early to think about my retirement, but definitely,
By the way, he's only like 21.
I want to have kind of like my own bed and breakfast in front of the beach or in front of
So you wanna
or an
do that?
Aspen and actually cook food
Yeah.
and serve it to
The cheese,
like,
raclette, cooking of bread.
Well, it's like
But in
Wow.
terms of Foodie's portfolio, because you have, what is your favorite so far? Because you have Tim Ho Wan, is that Foodie?
Yeah, that's Timo one.
Yeah.
So we have
Michelin Star, because you do Michelin Star. Tell me about why did you jump into Michelin Star? Because we didn't really get into that.
So Foodie Global Concepts by the end of this year will have the most number of Michelin rated restaurants
Michelin,
in the country.
more.
So we're going to have 5 brands
Yeah.
in total. Why we did it, I think it's a stamp of quality.
So,
So it's always the bar for chefs. So when
course.
chefs are kind of like when they start the chef game,
Yeah.
so to say, or chef life, their goal is to be the best.
Of course.
To be recognized by a Michelin star, and now you have world's 50 best. You have a lot of best restaurants in the world. So, but at that time, it was only the Michelin Guide. So it was the stamp of approval, so to speak. So
Yeah.
when we had the opportunity to work with Tim Ho Wan, where it still was same as the value propositions that our group Foodie Global Concepts has, as far as giving affordable luxury, then we jumped on it.
Got it.
First, it was
So
so
you, even
affordable.
Michelin Star have to be, look guys,
Affordable.
we need to localize the pricing.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
well, we didn't localize the pricing in that sense that we changed it because they were already affordable to
Yeah,
begin with.
yeah.
So we approached the affordable Michelin star. So we have Davide Oldani,
Yeah.
which is an 800 peso 3-course meal.
Yeah, you can't
in the
get
Shangri-La
this.
Fort.
In the LA, it's about $400 per head.
Mine 800 pesos. That's like $15.
Yeah. If you eat that,
$15 3-course Michelin star Shangri-La Fort.
even Michelin Star in like Italy, you need $300 for
Yeah,
a
yeah.
bistecca or whatever.
So it was so the reason was to really shout that, okay, we can do quality food at these prices. It doesn't
And they're
have
open
to
to
be
that.
expensive. Yeah.
They're open to that.
So the pricing we were able to work out much cheaper here, so we're cheaper than compared anywhere. And then we have Tim Ho Wan, which was the most reasonable Michelin star in the world when it opened.
Amazing food.
Currently, we're in the works of opening Chuta, which is the first and only Michelin starred ramen place from Tokyo. When is this open? When it was given a star last year.
Yeah.
So last year he was the first and only. Now you have 2.
And price points are.
So we're looking at, because it's a truffle ramen, so it's a truffle asari broth, so it's going to be a little bit more, maybe a 500 range for a single bowl. But in Singapore it expanded, doing very well. It has about 18 seats, but the seats turn around 25 times. And in fact, in Japan, you have to go there, buy a ticket, and it's color coded. It says, for example, red, come back at 2:30. Yeah. So you come back at 2:30, so you don't have to.
Oh, you really have to do it computerized.
Yeah, you have to come back. So in Singapore, you buy it also from the thing.
So I know you travel a lot. I know the secret. I know Eric D is always traveling. How do you choose a concept when you're there and you don't know if it's still gonna do well in Philippines? When you travel, what do you look for?
First of all, it tastes.
Taste. Okay.
First of all, taste. More than anything, you taste.
And who approves that? You and the wife?
I know,
Okay.
like, the family. It comes like when we look at the concept, we bring the whole family.
Oh, you take it.
Yeah, we take the whole
board of
family. We're like,
directors.
okay, because taste is subjective.
Of course,
What's good for you might not be good for me, and we will just assume that our taste or palate is good enough that we can speak for.
It's gonna blow your mind, basically.
Yeah. So for me, when I taste, like, okay, if it's good, parang. There's also the good, or there's like super good.
Yeah.
Right? There's like good that's.
You have to go here 3 times. Sometimes you go to a place, you go there every night
so
in a row.
So it's like, okay, is this good or is this super good? Or is like, when we tried Tim Ho Wan for the first time, we're like, good. But then, after it's like built up, it's actually very good.
Yeah.
That's
I
why
tried
I also
some really bad. I don't know if we call that dim sum or what that category. I've tried some bad places.
Yeah.
I could say you. Really
it's oftentimes because like when before Tim Ho Wan was opened here, your benchmark was more on the kiosks for the shawmai.
Yeah. Henlin was like the best. Henlin, one Henlin, 4 rice.
Right.
That was good. 67
And then
pesos.
now you have Tim Ho Wan where it's it's really which took it up a notch.
Got it. Okay. So I know, thank you, Eddie. I know we're gonna present a couple of dishes. He'll be, showing some dishes and what's his inspiration. These are all original. But by the way, just to give some backstory, how many years ago did I tell you? Okay, so this is a story of Todd English. How many years ago was this?
Oh no, you're the reason why I met Todd English. So I would always tell the story that we had a common friend that someone was in a production group of Todd English, and then I remember it was the birthday of Kim.
The
birthday of my wife.
Yeah.
So
we were still in KL.
Yeah, still in KL. We were talking. We were like, okay, I'll meet him.
Yeah.
Because of course I was already a foodie by then.
And it's like Todd English. I don't know one guy.
Let me meet that guy. And who knew it would be life changing.
I got a call.
Met him, and then it's like, okay, I told my wife, I have to, after dinner, can we... That was the first time I had Dom Perignon.
I don't have Dom Perignon.
First time I had Dom Perignon, I popped it. I was like,
for the wifey.
For the wifey.
She's like smiling.
It's my birthday. And she's like, my stomach hurts.
I know, mine too.
And I was like, so
I need a cheap one.
So we had to leave, and then we had to go with Todd English. I took him out, and then... during that time, I had no intention, but we were like, okay, we're also in the food business. Why don't we look into opportunities? But that took like 2 years.
Yeah, how did you cook that?
Forth emails.
I just got an email to, hey, we know we're doing a show. Do you know any foodies in KL? I go, only one foodie. He's the most insane foodie. Eric D, you got to meet him. And I connected with him. What was it like if people want to court brands and especially he's a celebrity chef?
Yeah, it was hard at the beginning. That took 2 years. That's literally 2 years of back and forth emails of just like, hey Todd,
sending selfies.
Yeah, it's like, hey Todd, we're looking to do this because we're also.
What made him say yes?
Well, he sent over some. We were supposed to first open Olives. It was not Food Hall.
Yeah. That was the show.
So Olives was the one that he had at the Bellagio Hotel. That's been there for like 20 years.
So many. That's where he does
20 years. So so he does it kind of like that's in front of the fountain. So it's the most affordable of that. But that would have been a $50 minimum per head. Yeah. Right.
That's high end Italian.
So the whole discussion was about that, and Figs, which he had in Boston. But then it eventually turned into like, okay, I'm going to New York.
Got it.
We'll go sit down with you. So that was 2 years after that first
Yeah.
email. We went to New York, and then he brought us to the Todd English Food Hall, which was brand new at that time. And we're
Amazing.
like,
that was 2012, 11.
yeah, I think that was 2000.
And you had you said yes. You went to New York. How long did you train for?
I lived there for about
Almost a year.
3 months.
Oh,
No, 3-4 months.
Oh, yeah.
3-4 months.
To train, right?
Just to train. But talagang living, like we were going to the food hall every day.
Yeah.
I was taking the train, going back to Brooklyn because it was cheaper to live in. No, what's that? No. Where were we living there? Was that Brooklyn? Yeah, it was in Brooklyn.
Yeah, Brooklyn.
So I had to live in-
it's a hipster town.
Yeah, so we had to live in Brooklyn, and then we had to travel to the food hall and then back to Brooklyn. It was such a great experience. I was living with 3 of my chefs that I brought with me.
I met them.
So we were 5 in a team. So brought them. We were living together. So after every training that we had at the food hall, we'd come to the house, kind of eat together, and we'd talk about, okay, how are we gonna do this? Buying all the stuff from the States.
So you really went to the grind.
Yeah, it was.
As you can see,
Life
Todd English
changing.
is an amazing food hall.
Yeah.
We'll probably do like some photos and video at Pound. Any other concepts that are coming out with the Todd English brand?
Yes. So we're looking to do a kind of like a pizza pasta place.
Amazing. I love pizza.
So we're looking at a pizza pasta place, and then we're looking at a second expansion for Hook, hopefully.
Okay.
But yeah, then Pound's gonna be really this year.
Pound
gonna
is the
be
drive.
Year of the Pound.
Year of the
So
Pound.
This year it's gonna
Pound
be
driver.
It's really gonna push the brand because we've been able to kind of like make it the most efficient already. So now it's more copy paste
Okay.
format.
So-
So it took us about a year and a half, but rather we had to complete it at that first leg rather than create and then in the middle parang you all mixed up. So we planned ahead and then so now we're ready to expand as fast as we can because we already have a commissary set up.
So you're back in. I remember we had a discussion. We were chatting. Now you're connected with a celebrity chef. How is that affecting your portfolio?
So yeah, back to the question a while ago, how difficult was it? But we thought it was very difficult because it was
Now you're on the
unheard
map.
of.
You're on
It
the
was
map.
unheard of in the
Yeah.
Philippines. Like, hey Todd, can you come to the Philippines?
Yeah, it's like,
and he's
where's
like,
that?
What? I was like, Philippines? Like, why not Singapore? Why not Hong Kong?
Yeah.
Why not Tokyo? Why Philippines?
Yeah.
So I think that was one also of the aspects that was like, whoa, from New York, Plaza Hotel to Manila.
Yeah.
Right?
To SMR.
No, that's all right. So it opened there and then it got crazy. And then after that, we got Tim Ho Wan.
Yeah.
And that kind of like stamped the
It's been
seal that
official.
we're like, okay, we're bringing in these top brands. And then it was easy from then on. But also, I think when we did that, it also kind of ignited this food scene that we have now.
It's like level.
Right,
came
like it
up.
was like everyone's kind of like boom. Everyone's kind of like let's do this.
Yeah.
It made it so vibrant. Like now it's crazy. It gives me goosebumps actually knowing that we're going through this change. You can feel it talaga.
Yeah. I feel like
You can feel
when
like
you do
all
a
the
food
changes,
concept,
like,
you gotta be like
crazy.
that level if you're gonna play part.
Right? It's like
the big
might as
boys.
well or forget about it.
Yeah,
Right?
it's
If
like-
you're gonna be half-ass about it, forget about
Yeah.
it. Because it's really not a half-ass type of
Definitely.
business that you can do. It's not inventory management. It's not kind of like putting it on a shelf and whatnot. This one is really the nitty-gritty.
Yeah.
It's really dirty. It's really
Food.
dirty. It's like
I was talking to like
you know,
friends.
like for example, lang konting pisil lang yan, a little bit more salt. You're
Yeah,
already
yeah.
dead.
And I was like, send it back.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? It's like, kasi like, so subjective.
yeah,
Like,
everyone.
palates are so subjective, you know, it's hard.
I'm like I know F&B like there are like 300 elements that could mess up an experience. Food,
Every
temperature,
day,
waiter,
every
pouring your
day.
wine. But in other businesses, like this is the highest. With there's so many conditions that can affect a consumer's behavior, and it's not consistent. Let's say a waiter is having a bad day, and he's having a bad day. Like
Yeah.
anything can affect it.
No,
But that's why.
That's why they say, you know, when you go hashtag chef's life, it's really a different struggle because you close the restaurant and you're there first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
You open that restaurant. Here you'll see that in chef-driven restaurants, which is proliferating now in the country, which
Yeah.
I think is awesome.
Also, okay.
Like all the top chefs now, I visited all the restaurants. All of them are doing such crazy work.
Yeah. And they're hustlers.
Because I think the Michelin Guide is coming to us soon.
Yeah, it is. It's coming.
It is. We're the last country, I think.
Amazing.
Because it's just launched in Singapore, just is going to launch in Thailand, just launched in Korea.
Yeah.
We're the last one. So I think everyone's really like,
preparing for it.
Preparing for that. And for us, having the most number of Michelin rated restaurants, we have to keep to that.
Yeah, it's a level up. Okay.
So it's a good opportunity for everyone. We think it's coming. You know, it's about time, and then all these exposure of everyone and the talent that we have here is nuts. It's nuts.
So, thank you, Eric. By the way, we're wrapping this interview up. We're also gonna present how many dishes you want to show, and you can talk about the dish, some inspiration.
We'll present our signature dish.
Okay, signature
It's kinda
dishes.
like-
Is this the Todd English signature with the
It's kind
tequila
of
shot?
like 50% of our entire menu. Already.
Wow,
It's our
okay.
3-tier platter.
Okay.
So it's composed of all the freshest seafood. So we have crab, uni, ikura. We have oysters flown in from Aklan. We have salmon. That's
So everything's
sushi
local.
grade. Except for our salmon and tuna, which are sushi grade.
Sushi grade.
So we really fly them in.
Okay.
And then oysters are local though,
Okay.
Aklan, but one of the freshest and plumpest.
I heard the Aklan oysters are the best.
And then our
I'm an oyster
crab,
lover.
our crab also is local.
Okay.
Our uni is also local.
Okay.
So yes, everything is local, but treatments of Western, European, Asian, as
Right.
far as Japanese and Chinese execution.
Okay. So we're gonna cut and we're gonna show you the food platter. We're gonna prepare it and show you how to explain it. And thank you for the interview.
Awesome.
I know a lot of
Always.
entrepreneurs always ask about food.
Always,
Like, I'm gonna get the best person on
Always.
food and alcohol.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank
yeah.
you,
So
thank you.
thank you. We're gonna show you the food next, and we're gonna put together the platter and explain what he's doing. All right.
Awesome.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.